In this video, we're going to interpret the meaning of a derivative. Now, the first thing I can tell you is to make sense of the words, make sense of what's the function is describing. Because even though things may say similar to a previous problem, the meaning could be totally different with just a word or two in the paragraph. So this is saying the function p of d describes the number of people in Arizona. So it's the number of people in Arizona, d days after the new year. Okay? Interpret the meaning of the following. Now, the first thing we're going to notice is this is not p, this is p prime. So when we see derivatives, sometimes I always say it, I prefer to say it helps to think of it in the other notation. It's the change. So instead of saying the dy dx, this is the output is p, the input is d. So we're going to say it's p dp dd. So the change in p over the change in d. Now, when we think about units, what we're going to say here is p was measured in people, right? So this is the change in the number of people divided by the change in the days. Okay? Now, let's go specifically look at what the number is. This is negative 108,896 over 1. Now, what would that mean? Well, it's still the measured in people, and it's still measured in days. And now when we read this, we can see, okay, it's a negative number. You can't have negative people. But what we can say is it's the change in people. So what happened? 108,896 people left, right? Negative number in this particular concept because it's the number of people in Arizona. So that means that many people left. And then down here in the denominator is per how many days? Well, it's a 1, so it's left per day. So we have negative 108,896 people left in 1 day's time. Now, what does the 2 have to do with any of it? Well, that's just the description of when this was occurring. So when did we have a change of negative 108,896 people leaving? It was on the second day of the year. So on January, that's supposed to be a U, January 2nd. So we can officially say on January 2nd, 108,896 people left Arizona, which makes sense. We have a lot of like parties and things that happen here, New Year's parties and bowl games and whatnot. So there's a lot of visitors who come in and there's a lot of visitors who leave. So there you go. All right, hope that makes sense.